Yeah, we're ready for Smackdown. Of course, it's not going to be better than Rampage later tonight. When, of course, my superior in-ring promos and my superior drawing ability is obviously going to be enough to beat the Smackdown. What do they have? Not enough work rate to deal with me and my scrawny ass arms. Welcome live to the watch along. I am bored, tired, and ready to head to work after this. So this is for the time being is boring as shit. What's going on, Christian? What's going on, bro? How you feeling about SmackDown? Of course, it's not gonna be better than my in-ring promos in my 2-inch defeater. I'm CM Punk, and of course, my wife is still a 14-year-old. So of course we got the main event. That is going to be what Finn Balor versus Roman. The only positive is they know that this isn't pay per view worthy. Like they know this isn't pay per view. Yeah, they do not know this is not pay per view worthy. And I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with having a world title match on pay per view, but they try to scrub the dick of Finn Balor so bad, even though they know he's not a draw. And it's gonna hit even worse when this guy goes to the Indies because they know they're not going to deal with him in developmental because they know that he's past his expiration date. Yeah. So yeah, I hope it's good too, Christian. Just zoned out for a quick second. I don't know what the hell's happening, but yeah, of course we got some Friday Night SmackDown, the A Show. Woo! Let's see. I think Roman will squash Balor. I feel like they're gonna have outside interference, even though he beat Cena clean. So depending on what's gonna happen, I know they're gonna try to make Finn like competent as fuck for no reason, just to make him like keep hitting over missile drop kicks all over the place, and that's gonna be like the majority of Finn Balor's maneuvers because they know that he's not interesting of a wrestler to ever actually have a realistic moveset to beat up a heavyweight. So that's all I got. I don't know what's going on with the stream so far. It's not right. They should have had Brock and Roman first match. They should have had him. They're not going to push it up to Extreme Rules, bro. I wish they can. Just for the excitement, but that already be like a rush of ability, even though we haven't seen Brock since SummerSlam. Do I wish Brock does show up on SmackDown? I really do. But they're not going to push it up to Extreme Rules. I haven't seen Brock in Extreme Rules since 2012 when he came back and he like Cena, and I remember because I was still a kid when I was still watching. So, like, bro, that shit was awesome. But I know they're not gonna have Lesnar show up over B pay per views like that. I mean, Extreme Rules is a C pay per view. It shows how much that they don't even want to keep it consistent. That Extreme Rules moves to usually late January, like their own pseudo backlash, like January. I mean, April to May, and now was Extreme Rules in June last year, and now it's September. So that either means a couple things. Vince probably is going to know that this format is not going to work for him and it's super gay. And hopefully, over this rebranding of NXT, it crystals in back to the regular pay per view format where it was more story based instead of gimmick based. Because you can make a gimmick match around the show. You can't. You can make gimmick matches in shows. You can't make gimmick matches on pay per view monthly and make the gimmick match revolt around the show. It's a stupid business strategy, and it's just not going to emphasize anything storyline wise. It's going to be like, it's a WWE Elimination Chamber, while like there's like 6 guys itching for the belt. It's not. It usually you have No Mercy display the personality, but it displays the personality. It displays the theme of the story. I'm not agreeing with this whole gimmick pay-per-view thing. I always thought it was gay back when I was like 11. I'm like, it's now a decade now, and I still disagree with that. I'm shocked they're still doing it. Yeah, man, I can understand why you couldn't agree, Christian. I don't know if they're ever going to get rid of the gimmick pay-per-views because the Hell in a Cell still draws. I mean, it doesn't draw anymore. That's a lie. That's a lie. When was the last time you actually heard of a must-see Hell in a Cell match that you were going to watch? Honestly, that wasn't involving a part-timer. Lesnar and Undertaker and Shane versus Undertaker. These were just street fights with the Hell in a Cell just there. These are not pay-per-view matches that you want to like share to people, bro. And it's gonna show. Because it's either Vince doesn't have a reliance to make these storyline-oriented pay-per-views to sell. It's just depressing, man. I don't like saying it. I don't want to bury the competition because I don't want to bury the talent, but this is how it is, man. I gotta use an alternative site. Of course, you can always use Peacock. You forgot Smackdown existed. To be honest, that's not your fault. John James, I think I remember you in one of these streams before. Yeah, SmackDown, the so-called A show, doesn't even draw for it to be in anybody's memory banks. That's depressing. The so-called A show, the only thing that it has a thumbs up on Raw is just that it's more watchable because it's 2 hours. Because if you're watching 3 hours of a product, it has to have everything happening. B has to have a lot of star power, and just C, it just has to be consistently watchable. I'm not watching a 3-hour program of just wrestling. Are you fucking kidding me? That's just boring. I'm not watching a 3-hour anything unless it's a sport. If it's a movie, a whole lot of bullshit got to be happening for me to be invested to watch a 3-hour film. If you're telling me to watch like 3 hours of a tiger just doing its daily life, unless it kills something, I don't give a fuck. I like tigers, favorite animal, but I'm not watching that. So, of course, I think we have a lot of other stuff happening on SmackDown other than the main event. Dominic having some issues with Rey Mysterio. And I forgot. Oh, yeah, Naomi was there. Naomi was there, and she really got the relevance of nothing. I stopped watching wrestling. It got boring and painful to watch. Dude, I tell this to everybody, and everybody is like, oh, why do you watch it? Why did you stop watching? I think this is just the avoidance not to sound mean. This is why people want to not sound mean, but it's pure honesty. Pure honesty. Yeah. So we have the Usos versus the Street Profits. This is what I missed. Jaren, you can stop watching. Wrestling has gotten super painful to watch, and this is why they revolt. Thanks this is revolving around the hardcores from 2011. They're taking over most of the fan base and giving their opinion that pure amazing wrestling that you have to know all these Naruto Shippuden titled wrestlers that are better than and that can draw more from the Tokyo Dome, even though the Tokyo Dome only draws off the Japanese population. It doesn't really revolt around worldwide. It's like, this is stupid. I don't get it. I don't know where this is coming from, man. Like back then, I was just having conversations on the internet. It was like, oh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win the show? What's gonna happen? Like an interesting converse like TV show that we could all enjoy. And now everybody's just consistent over if the match was a good, consumable, serviceable work rate match. Like, what the fuck? Where's this coming from? Why are you guys talking about this like this is Premier League? I don't get it. Yeah, what I hate is in this community is the politic and smart, anti-smart. Yeah, dude, I swear, people just I never like. I can understand the plea with the anti-smarks, and look, if you're a fan of pro wrestling, all the power to you. I'm not trying if I'm not trying to crash your fun. Don't take this shit too seriously. If you're all about the in-ring aspect, there's there for you. But let me tell you, if you're trying to push that upon like the mainstream, just know the mainstream are not interested. They're not. Monday Night Raw is a big premiere TV show. It's a TV show. It's not a wrestling show. It's not a pro wrestling show. It's not telling you that it has lucha libre, all types of strong style. When you advertise that, you lose 2 million views. They like if you see if WWE advertised their Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown like any other indie show like Ring of Honor, MLW, GCW, they would be wiped off television, bro. And I'm not saying that to like sound like an anti-smart. This is like real. This is like realistic. When you like try to force over subcultures into something mainstream, and it's like and pointing a narrative that nobody else cares about, it's just forceful. And this is why CM Punk is going to kill it. No one is a drawer. Roman Reigns doesn't draw. John Cena stopped drawing people. Edge stopped drawing. CM Punk just doesn't draw wrestling. He's dead. I wish you weren't wrong. I really did wish you weren't wrong. When Punk, look, just go back to one of my reviews. I said it was nice to see Punk back. I never said I should get my friends to watch. I never said I want my friends to watch. Punk is just not interesting enough for me to get over to. And shout outs to CR21, cool channel. Shout outs to him. He brought up an opinion over my last, I think, over my video involving that Brock Lesnar is a bigger draw than CM Punk. That I still agree on. It's a fact. Look at SummerSlam numbers, successful as hell. And guess what? 10 million views off YouTube. Okay. Did that 10 million come into the televised ratings when Punk showed up on Dynamite or Rampage the next week? No, Christian, he was not a draw. He was not a draw in 2000. Go check. Shout out to the Elitists. He even brought up over the summer of Punk, lower than when R-Truth was getting pushed for the WWE title, lower than Miz's title reign, lower than Jerry the King Lawler getting in a world title feud with the Miz. Awesome Truth was getting more buzz, jumping in that steel cage than in the Hell in the Cell match, than the Hell in the Cell match involving CM Punk. Sorry, yet another comment. What is the problem saying I like CM Punk? I like him. In the past, I don't like what he did. Awaken the Smart. Yeah, I don't hate CM Punk. I don't think a lot of fans hate CM Punk. I think people just hate the just the pipe on promo like that. Punk is the best. Punk is a solid upper mid carder, bro. Everybody on WWE's an upper mid carder. I'm sure if a lot of fans, even the Elitists, certain fans gotten back, but Punk only brought back fans that already were a fan of wrestling. Punk never gotten new fans invested to see him talking shit about John Cena. Anybody else in that situation could have done a promo like that. Chavo Guerrero, Chris Masters, Kofi Kingston. Like, Punk isn't a game changer. Nah. But my wife is. Yeah, your wife is a game changer on the scale. I never saw a wait for a full-grown woman to be in the single digits. Yeah, Brock is still a draw. I tolerate Roman Reigns. I don't think there's a hate for Roman Reigns now. Of course, there's an overrate for. Why is Big E a janitor? This is what you guys want to get pushed. I'm so. Christian, I don't know if you're that much of a follower of the channel, bro. Please say if I did a New Day sucks or Big E sucks, because there's a lot of shit on Big E that I want to get out my chest soon. And here comes the trans woman. I mean the man, Becky Lynch. Oh my god. Okay, this is interesting. You know, just for the fun of it. What's going on, DST? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? No. What the fuck? Do it. Bet. I got you, Christian. I got you. Probably in a bit soon when I have more time. Okay. Yo, this guy was about to get my channel demonetized. Like, that doesn't happen. I have only had 2 strikes appealed, and I'm grateful. I can't stand Becky Lynch. Me too. Bro, I don't know why people like her. It was like, you're a badass for Nia Fats accidentally punching you for real. She doesn't get pops. She's not over. She has no legitimate gimmick. What gimmick is being the man? Of what? You're a woman. There's no... Oh, man. She just sucks, man. She's not good at promos. She's an average technician with no charisma. That was the same guy that was on WWE Live. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I spoke to him before and I called him Tony Khan. He just showed me his pregnant child. So, yeah, if somebody can clip that, I can have that. All we need is a donation of somebody saying the N-word, and I'll do these consistently. Yeah, I don't think Becky was an ever over. Even when she turned turned technically heel, all quotes, even though, like, anybody that turns heel, that means that they're over, apparently. Makes no sense. All right, Joe Jones. Unpopular opinion, Eddie Guerrero was overrated. He was one of the lowest drawing champions. That I can agree with. I mean, I know there's certain fans out there in the YWC that love Eddie Guerrero, but Eddie was just a good upper mid card. Yeah, he had his fans. I'm not gonna disagree. You are correct. He wasn't the most successful world champion, but yeah, I mean, he still has fun promos. He was still entertaining. 04 itself was a low drawing year for Smackdown. I mean, hell, can we appoint JBL? Was he a bigger draw? Chris Benoit, yeah, him too. What was the ratings Daniel Bryan got? And here it is. He is here. CR21. Woo!
Hey, yo. AEW. Hey, wait, what?
Okay, it's either I don't have the volume up. Because I cannot hear CR. All right. What did it do, CR?
Can you hear me?
No, you're fine now. Yeah.
All right. What's going on, pal?
Of course, enjoying Smackdown. Of course, it's a show ability.
Come on, I thought we were reviewing AEW Rampage from last week, pal. CM Punk.
Of course,
CM Punk.
you know I'm already a draw. Did you see the 1.0 million I got for last week on Rampage?
Yeah, damn it, pal.
Come on, Christian said the F word.
Patient, pal.
Christian said the F word.
69.
That shows that we're an edgy show. We're an edgy show, pal. We got some more questions, of course. Oh wow, we still continuing the Eddie Guerrero conversation involving him being a B+ player?
Hey, no slander. Come on, man.
I don't think this is slander. I think people are just thinking that Eddie's overrated.
This Monday,
and certain ways I can agree. I like Eddie, but I don't put him there that you could carry the company around him even if he was over. But he's cool. I'm not gonna like disrespect. I understand like many people are gonna like far away the conversation of Eddie Guerrero because he's dead.
Yeah.
But that's all I can say. I can see that there's wrestlers that leech over the passing of Eddie Guerrero. That's a fact. That sounds mean, but come on. Do you really think Rey Mysterio, even though he was Rey Mysterio was over back in the Ruthless Aggression era, that he would ever be pushed for the world title? Without Eddie Guerrero in his mouth, Chavo wouldn't be dumbass ECW world champion, and Ray wouldn't be world heavyweight champion.
Becky.
Now I can get, Jaron, I can understand that you meant no disrespect. It's your own opinion. Many people will disagree. I understand your point. NCR has left everybody. Becky was okay when she was the last kicker. What the fuck was the last kicker? That's steampunk tomboy bullshit. Why didn't she do that? Everybody likes a tomboy in certain aspects. I mean, now we're getting thick chicks and blonde hot chicks off the wazoo now. I don't know why Mandy Rose went off to NXT. Worst mistake ever made. I hate. Welcome to the Chavo Guerrero hate train. Christian, bro. I love it. Becky Lynch, of course she's getting love. She's just going to flash her dick. Just wait. I love Becky. You know, this is the sad part. Like, when RK Bro was, they think that they were over and Matt Riddle was talking shit. When they panned over to the crowd saying RK Bro, nobody was chanting it when they physically panned the camera to the crowd. No one gives a shit about these guys. This is all types of harsh, but no one really cares. Join the hate club, Christian. Yes. You should have been here last week. You could have saw what went down. 4 jobbers. I can't do a good Irish accent. I apologize. Ray winning the world title was a joke. It was a bad decision. It made Triple H look weak. He carried the title for he beat wait, it made I don't get it. I don't think he beat Triple H for the heavyweight belt ever. He beat Jack Swagger the second time, and he beat Kurt Angle and Ray. There wasn't ever an interaction in the world title feud involving Triple H and Rey Mysterio. Shocking to say. I don't think so. And just going over my history, yeah, I don't think. Wait, it made. Yeah, he beat Angle and Orton in Mania. I think he's comparing the bad, like the reign into the reign of terror. I think that's what he's meaning. Give me a second. I'm gonna hear this stupid ass promo. The higher powers. They called for them on. I didn't know WWE allowed transgenders to go for the women's belt. That's progressive as fuck. You don't get to cry that I beat you too fast because you weren't ready. Bianca Belair cries for everything. Winning the belt, losing the belt, winning, losing, squirting. So just because I haven't played this game in a while doesn't mean I've forgotten how to win. Wow. Becky acting like a real badass right there. Becky badass. I like Ray winning the title. Moment that I would say was weird was winning the world title. You mean the WWE Championship back in 2011 or 06? I mean, I know for most people it was a cool moment because, of course, there was fan favorites of Ray back in the day. I like Ray. Cool moment back in 06 to see him win the world title, but just watching it back, you get to see how really shallow it was him even getting the belt. And here comes Bianca Belair, and she's still like, this is what I hate with their bullshit entrances. Why is Bianca Belair twirling her hair with this little church black girl shit after Becky literally insulting her, beating her in seconds? And she's still twirling around over with the hair like it's over. You see only one black woman there. Bianca, you have no ass. Relax. Where's Tony? Where's hey, anybody know what happened to Tony Storm? Okay. Okay. I just want to understand because I know, like, oh, Rey Mysterio, he's won like world titles like bi-yearly. Like they'll force him over to be a transitional world champion, and then he's back being consistent mid-carder. Mistake in WCW in the WCW World Heavyweight title was a joke. Triple H did his best to make the title look good again, and Rey Mysterio don't look believable. And I mean, most of the time he was like Seth Rollins back in 2015 booking. Like he loses to Finlay the next week, then he beats Orlando Jordan, then he loses to what, like the Great Khali. Like they know that he's just a mid carder at best. Oh my god, Bianca just looks like a man with breasts wearing heels. Look, I have nothing wrong with a woman in the physical peak. You know, I know females in my family that are bodybuilders. This just looks weird. So stop crying like a bitch. This goes for the whole wrestling community. Stop crying. Bronson Reed cries. That transgender CM Punk fan cried. Bianca Belair cried. Like, what's with this infusion of estrogen in pro wrestling? What's happening here? There used to be like live sex celebrations. Remember when there was bands playing on Monday Night Raw live? Like weightlifting, there used to be arm wrestling competitions, like stuff that looks competitive and masculine. That shit was what made me watch pro wrestling. I don't see that anymore. What's going on? And now we've got to open the show with these women that obviously will never main event legitimate pay-per-views. And look, she already sounds like she's about to cry. I'm about to earn it. I don't care if you make fun of me. Looks like she's calling around for a title shot. All right, whatever. I forgive about Triple H Reign of Terror, bearing Rob Van Dam, Booker T, and Kane. Those guys should have gone over. I would understand if Kane won the world title. Yeah, I agree. Anybody else, they just weren't ready for the world title reign. And plus, it established more of the belt. You think Orton was ready with his fuck up of a world title reign? But Batista was at least the last success for the last, a legitimate successor that was actually over in Evolution, and next to Ric Flair, and Shawn Michaels was already a legitimate guy. So if Shawn Michaels got the belt dropped, it would have been fine. You drop it over to Rob Van Dam, that's just an over mid-carder. It's not going to be enough. Sorry, that's just how it is. This issue over with the brand split, it's really going to show who gets over and who doesn't. I forgot that Robert Roode and Ziggler are still a tag team. Who's that? Oh, it's Tony Storm. Ziggler, you fucked Amy Schumer. You were never getting somebody like Tony Storm. You gotta relax. And Amy Schumer has gotten so bad after screwing you, and you screwed Sonny. Amy Schumer is now with a man with Asperger's. That's a bigger downgrade. Oh, she's rooting for Rick Boogs, baby. We're getting that Rick Boogs over, baby. No one cares about women's wrestling. It never drew. Hey, if anybody ever tells you women's pay-per-views draw, there was Empowered just a week ago, and Evolution just a few years ago. And if there was an ECW one night stand, at least people will talk about it. I can't do it like Rick Boogs. I'm not trying to straighten my voice, bro. It's like late at night. I'm not doing it. I give this to Rick Boogs. This guy's in good ring shape. And he's more over than Nakamura, doing his little seizure dances, dressing like Kirito from Sword Art Online, looking like a weirdo. It's just not cool, man. I wish I had positive to say about Nakamura, but it's like, oh, he had good matches in New Japan. And he has charisma because he says Yao, and people shout out Yao. You can say any dumb chant, and people will chant it out. Mr. Anderson was more over than Nakamura. Women's wrestling is overrated. You know how oversaturated women's wrestling has been now? Yeah, Nakamura is garbage. Like, honestly, tell me, like, other than people telling me Nakamura and Styles, okay, that's a guy from America. Well, what match he had from Japan that got more people outside of Japan to watch? Nakamura sucks. He can barely speak English, and most of his moves are just kicks. It's not displaying any power. He just does fake-ass strong style. This guy's a UFC fighter, and he never behaves like a legit badass. He's just weirdo, weeaboo Jap. He's oh my god, he sucks. Looking like Old Boy and Michael Jackson in a sexual assault scene in a dumpster on fire. He sucks. Who do you think is worse, Nakamura or Finn Balor? Nice question. Nakamura. I can put Finn Balor in the cruiserweight division and hear nothing else. He'll have average work rate matches where he'll work with some guys his own pace. While Nakamura, this guy's just he has nobody to carry over. You can put him over on Kai and Tai, and Funaki will get more over than him. So that's already out of the question. I already feel like himself, like Finn Balor, has the bare minimum of at least getting over with a bit of his moveset. Every half of the roster is a mid card. Most of the rosters are mid carder. Yeah, man, he's better off in the cruiserweight division. Finn, you can like give him a couple reigns because all he has is Ring of Honor promos, no charisma, and just the bare minimal to draw over 10,000 people. He's just not. He's just nothing. All right, that sounds harsh, but it just sucks. If you tell me like you can behave like somebody like Stone Cold Steve Austin, you can behave like The Rock, you can behave like John Cena. Hell, I can understand why people would want to be John Cena. Who doesn't want to be like a GI Joe, nice guy that's buff and that can get hot women and looks like a leader? I can understand that. What do I feel about Kerry? What do you think about Cross? You need to give him another gimmick. He looks sinister. He's tough. I saw him up in Ring of Honor. I know, not Ring of Honor. Impact. He seemed to have something about him. He's not a superstar, but you can make him into some type of heel. You can make him into a character. You can't make him into a superstar, but you can make him into a character. I'll say that. Yeah, dude. I'm sure nobody wants to be China's biggest supporter, Cena, but you can understand why kids back in the day want to be because they don't want to die. Many people have been saying that lately. I think I'm in the same boat here. That you can Karen Cross has potential, but he does not have like that superstar potential. Like he can't get a chance. He he can talk, but he needs Scarlet. He needs a gimmick that shows him like make him like a serial killer. Make him look like a strategist. You can make realistic gimmicks and make it work in a wrestling setting. There's nothing wrong with that. Do I feel like Karen can be a megastar? No. Do I feel like you can still make him into a watchable person on TV? Yes. Next up, we have Rick Boogs versus Dolph Ziggler, and I think they're going to be revolting around Tony Storm in this. So I guess this will be interesting. Yeah. Oh, you like Eli Drake? I like Eli Drake too. I feel like he peaked on he kind of peaked on Impact. He developed more of his charisma, more of his chance got over. He just had more people to work with, and hell, he got a better scene over to the world title scene. He just fit more in that car crash setting with a whole lot of indie guys over to revolt around. You put him over in WWE in his 30s, and he's just there. He's just like the same boat EC3 was on, even though EC3 I feel like it's just a watered down Eli Drake because he can't get over. He's in good shape, but not with charisma. He doesn't look like he can take over a room to have a giant speech. Eli Drake says like he can say a couple funny things in a conversation. So that's my opinion. I feel like Eli Drake is cool, but like he should have went back to NWA or something. You put him over on WWE, he's just obviously going to be thrown down the wind because of course there's guys like Elias and Boogs won off the power slam. Cool finish, and here he is with Nakamura. Even him being in his corner, Nakamura just looks like a sideshow. Are you only saying that, James, because he has the glasses? I'm betting because he has the glasses that you're saying that. I'm betting because he has those little glasses. You're saying that right now as a suggestion. I'm telling you. And I kind of fixed what I said later. What I tried to say, Punk was a more over guy in 2011, but was not a draw. But my bad saying he was a draw kind of. No mistakes. No mistakes needed, bro. I can understand your point. I do feel like Punk was over, but he was not a draw. And here's Cesaro, another upper mid Carter. Cesaro just needs to go back to tag team wrestling. He needs to. He sucks. Seriously, tell me something about Cesaro that's special about him. He has cool physical strength. He doesn't get over other than he does the swing. Has no chance. Are you gonna tell me about that Cesaro section where he had the little pieces of paper say Cesaro section? That means he's cool. Please, please no, please no, God no. Honestly, what you guys can hear me now? Yeah, I don't understand. Cesaro got no chance. He can't get over than his moveset, and all his matches just feel like the same way. He can get matches that are good in ring wise, but there's nothing else that makes it sound special, look special. He's just Claudio Castagnoli that was over back in 2014. Dutch Mantel got him over because he had a cool gimmick involving the Real Americans and Jack Swagger actually having a career renaissance after his world title reigns didn't pan out. All right, I just want to make everything clear. Like, please. I hope WWE with this new NXT, because WWE has failed with their farm system, actually getting youth, getting guys that can get over more organically without the hardcores, stretching their narrative around them, and just trying to actually get people that will be entertaining. Because if they don't got that, nobody's gonna watch. I don't like hearing people outside of me watching being like, "Are you still watching that fake shit?" Like, no, come on, man. Like, it gets embarrassing watching pro wrestling now, and it keeps getting more embarrassing more and more. And this is coming out like anime being more of a niche that people sub into than pro wrestling. That is depressing. So we're off to commercial. To be honest, I thought the last guy was gonna like flash flash the stream. Velveeta multi cheese. It's so bad. Velveeta is bad cheese. I remember I had a bunch of those as grilled cheese sandwiches back in my birthday years ago. Bad cheese. Don't eat Velveeta. Don't mind, I'll be right back. I understand there's not a lot of people, so don't mind. I'm gonna go get something to hydrate. Really sorry. Just went off to get some water. It's gonna be a long one. Sex Challenge making his little promo, showing why he's a visionary, showing why he's the Messiah. He doesn't call himself the Messiah. He's back to the architect, right? Wouldn't the architect be used by somebody more intellectual? I'm not trying to call Rollins retarded. Okay, I kind of am, but I'm trying to. At the same time. Yeah, I still am. So Rollins got a match. Sex Rollins got a match. I'm sorry, you can't be 30-year-old. You can't be in your 30s and sound like that. I don't know, man. I know I don't expect a lot of people with deep voices or like, big manly voices when you're a grown adult, but come on. That's sad. Sex Rollins in action with Cesaro, rekindling their feud that they wrestled like 15 times on Smackdown. They've wrestled more in their feud on TV than on pay-per-view. That is depressing. Yeah, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. What's going on? I understand I was off for a bit of a break to get some water because my throat was about to, just die out for a second. So we have another Rollins and Cesaro match, and Rollins is wearing the same gear that he wore at SummerSlam? I mean, I have nothing against it, but it's kind of weird. Like, did you clean it? I understand that they probably have a limit on seamstress, and like Rollins, I'd rather have you wear your nerd shit when you wore like the Wolverine gear at Extreme Rules 2 years ago, or you wear the little. Did he wear something from involving Avengers Endgame? And we're back with that side headlock. You know what kills the match for me? If you have a headlock spot 5 minutes into the match is dead to me. Oh man, it always takes ideas. It takes a bit of brainstorming, Sonic. So if I were you, I'd take my time. Just think on what you need to do before you burst it out. Hell, if you want, just keep it as a reminder. Keep a list somewhere. I guess on your computer or your phone, depending on what you want to do. I mean, for me, I just think of this shit off the fly. Sometimes I feel like it's a bad and not a good organized idea when it comes to creating content. But gets me somewhere. I guess got a New Day video coming out soon, very soon. But if I were you, just keep your ideas in the air, Sonic. And keep it in reminder, because you don't know when you're gonna lose that thought. And of course we got, dude, you guys are toilet paper. I hate these toilet paper commercials because they want to make it euphoric to wipe your ass. What the fuck is euphoric about wiping your ass? That's what I'm doing since I'm already finished and with my Brock video. Okay, there you go. But if you have other videos, if you're not that organized like me, you You better keep him on the list. Or do him your own special way. I don't mind. How you guys enjoying SmackDown at this point? Subway. Forget that we had a pedo. So we're going to have 6 Challenge versus Cesaro. And of course, don't forget our main event. We'll have Rollins, we'll have Roman versus Balor. And we'll probably have Becky and Bianca. That I don't care about. I don't care about Becky and Bianca. I mean, if they drop the belt to Finn, you know how many low ratings we're going to have? I mean, it's not like Roman was even, like, drawing as a champion. But at least he was a watchable champion. Like, you, like, realistically know Roman's going to be the world champion. You give it over to Rollins and Cesaro or Big E. That I know they're going to force over Big E. He'll have the same type of Kofi Kingston run where he's going to give us these boring, preachful promos of how much he doesn't give up. He has no specific personality other than he's a shouting gospel black guy that power lifts and he has no personality. Yeah, what's going on, Ivan? What's going on? This is probably CR, but this is just a hunch. And just understanding, like, Big E itself, he has tits for a bodybuilder. He always tries to break his neck doing a second rope spear, and he just issues over no personality. Xavier Woods, even though he has a small dick, he can talk. I'm sure you can't revolt your character off having a TV show, but yeah, I'm just, you can't result your personality having a YouTube channel, but at least Xavier Woods has like a personality. He, like, you know, he's a nerd, he's a high flyer, you know, he talks, he has that underdog aspect. Oh, it's a real one. It's the real Ivan, folks. We're back here live, Seth Rollins. But he's not as bad as me because I got him over. I got the Shield. Chris Hero would have had his job, or Roman Reigns. He would have been over. Chris Hero would have been amazing on WWE, on the main roster. You know how much his belly would have popped out over the bulletproof vest the Shield would have been wearing? He's a star. Cassius Ohno's a star. That's why he got released twice. Oh shit, I should have said that. Well, for my next video, I'm using the song Adrenaline. I'm trying to remember. Wasn't that on a pay-per-view? That song was on a pay-per-view. It's just me because I'm old. I remember most of the pay-per-view theme songs that they like advertise. And it's like, adrenaline keeps me in the game. Adrenaline, you don't even know. Fuck. Like any WWE pay-per-view theme song, I think from the 2000s, I'll remember. I don't remember the title, but I'll know how it goes. But yeah, massive catch powerbomb off Cesaro. This is great in-ring work. This is why SmackDown's the A-show. This is why I keep doing rejection videos. Wrestling Otaku, stop. I'm not the problem. They're the problem. I don't deserve to get rejected. You don't even feel the pain. Feel the pain. I don't deserve to get rejected. And there's the uppercut off Cesaro. And a discus clothesline. Oh, yeah, it was. I was right. Unforgiven 2002. Okay. Cool. No Rampage tonight? How so? Ah, and here comes a roll up. Rollins, and he goes for a. Oh, it's a swing. That was so awkward to transition to the swing. How come he didn't just give him a super kick or something? Neck's gonna die. I only remember the pay per view because of the lesbians crap on Raw and Lesnar and Undertaker. And there's a sharpshooter off Cesaro off the swing. And Rollins immediately goes for the rope. This match is amazing. And there's Cesaro. Rollins trying to, elicit consent, and Cesaro pled with tossing him over the ropes. I don't know. Well, Cesaro's rolling over to the ropes to do the most repetitive thing. Do a spot rolling around the ring, and it ends in DQ off Rollins hitting him with a chair. Nice. Rollins is snapped. Rollins is snapped. He's losing, and he's snapped. I feel like Rollins can never get heat, just because of how he has no voice that makes him sound like a guy that you would punch in the face. You can't hate a person that you can slap in the face. You could laugh at them. You have to hate a person if you want to punch somebody in the face. That's a fact. I'm using 4 wrestlers. Well, I'm using 4 wrestlers for it, and I am thinking who to show first for it. Whatever goes into your mind, bro. Rollins, he's still trying to get in the Edge's head. He's even using the part of the steel chair. Cesaro's tapping out, and it's like he's trying to get Edge to come here. He's trying to rip the head out of Cesaro. What the hell is this? It's obvious. Edge is Rollins is pissed off at Edge. Hashtag Smackdown. So if we got a Brood theme song, are we gonna get a Conquistador theme song on the next paper? Curb song. I'm just saying, are we gonna get the Conquistadors back? Mm-hmm. Quick second. And just a quick opinion, unpopular. I forgot. What was that theme song from SummerSlam 2003? Anybody can get that. I'll be completely shocked. And here comes Edge. He's about to do the Concerto Rollins. I know the song was from Metallica. from Seth Rollins, obviously dismantling Cesaro, trying to still get the Edge's head. Where's Pat McAfee, by the way? I haven't seen him in a week. Wait, is that Pat McAfee or are they still with Corey Graves? Where is Pat McAfee? So it's obvious that they're still trying to continue the feud with Rollins and Edge. I mean, I hope it does good. I don't think it's going to elevate Rollins. Because it's not really doing much different. Oh, finally, we're getting a segment with the Tribal Chief. Jay Rant's husbando. It's Tribal Chief. Leave the room. Kneel to me, Paul. And then suck my dick.
My Tribal Chief. We have a problem. I got no problems.
No problem.
I'm about to smash Finn Balor.
Gay! Gay! Gay!
With Brock Lesnar. You have a problem.
You can't say on TV that you're gonna smash a man. I get the t-shirt. It's okay though. You can't say that. I smashed them. Licked them. Roman, you gotta stop wearing your head. Sucked them. Roman! Ugh. Stop! Just so disgusting. This is your problem, Paul. He's gonna choke my fifth neck, Roman. I mean, Tribal Chief. Okay, you guys don't know where Brock Lesnar lives.
Table has a lot on his mind, but better get focused because Roman Reigns will defend his Universal Championship against the tenacious Finn Balor tonight.
Oh, we're gonna get Happy Corbin. I hope they have overspending segments for Corbin. People's like, oh, I liked him better with the Lone Wolf character. What was the Lone Wolf character? What is a Lone Wolf character for Corbin?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Owens is here because it's the KO show. And KO's guest, the happiest man.
We need to stop with these WWE talk shows. Like, they need to stop. The KO show sucks. No, it's cool because Kevin Owens is going to get annoyed and then he's going to fight. Who said Kevin Owens a babyface was a good idea? If I see a child, if I see a grown man with an RK Bro t-shirt, does that give me the obligation to bully them? Type yes or no.
Snapshot?
What's Snapshot?
The commercial was about.
I took commercials out.
Yeah, me too. They're always like, wow, wow, wow. Tell me about it. I'm going to a silent retreat next weekend.
My niece got kicked out of
For talking?
grand larceny.
How about we get back to saving? Yeah, I would like to talk about that.
Remember, the guy's blood is still dangerous.
Let's get kung fu.
Don't breathe. Chris Benoit.
Really? Really? Free testing a chart? Yeah, we need a new one. We've got. Hey, babe. Dollar General and a title list butter Barbie.
Whoa, I didn't think my shopping list was that long. Word.
Only WWE shows air the WWE commercials.
But 7 bottles of ketchup.
This says one stick
To be honest,
of ketchup.
That's number 1 and 7 on the list.
only John Cena has those commercials where he does talkies in a movie.
Confused. Maybe you just need Snickers.
I think Kane did Shift Warrior D, and so did Mankind.
Put yourself out there.
Meals to kids. Buy an Arby's Kids meal. Help give a meal to a kid in need.
Booker T did well as the same with the Hardy Boys. What do you mean by that? You mean as a mid-carder or like winning a world title or like a tag team wrestler?
Edge. Last week you said you were done with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, well, I hoped this was over. That after his defeat at SummerSlam, that Seth would move on. But am I kidding? This whole time we've talked about how alike we are, how similar we are. If I was the way Seth did at SummerSlam, I'd be perfectly honest with you, I'd do the same thing. Which means I know the game he's playing. And it's a
Is Edge gonna do another promo where he sounds like he knows where the body is?
Tonight doesn't keep happening because it will. So Seth, I'm coming down the barrel. I am talking directly to you. I'm challenging you to a match next week on Smackdown. Edge versus Rollins 2. Madison Square Garden. I burned you down once, and when I do it again, you won't be the same.
Inferno match?
I told you. This doesn't end well.
Rollins makes it sound like he's gonna kill him. Why don't you just have a different match stipulation? You're gonna have a match at Madison Square Garden. And what? I mean, I'm not gonna say it isn't gonna be a bad match. It's gonna be a good match, but what?
You know, Greg, I think they know it's the Kevin Owens show because I'm wearing a tie. So you know it's a big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kevin Owens show.
Because he won the tag titles when he was with Tess and won double rabbit. Yeah.
But I have a very good reason to have him as my guest. So let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Please.
Yeah, I agree.
Barrett. Sorry. Please welcome Happy.
Was that during the invasion angle that he won the tag titles with Tess?
I know. the reason that Corbin Zack went from the bottom of the barrel to the top of the world. He went from the outhouse to the penthouse in the matter of a weekend, and he's got every right to be happy, Corbin. He's probably the happiest guy in the state of Florida right now, maybe the entire world. I don't understand why the WWE.
It's Happy Corbin, and he's happy that he's rich.
Something wrong by reversing his fortunes. Maybe he should have learned some humility, learned to be humble when he was down and out for so many months. If you had Happy Corbin money, you'd probably have 3 or 4 RVs by now.
This is amazing! I am so excited! I am so happy to be a part of the Kevin Owens show!
I got a chair for you.
All right!
There you go.
Kevin, it feels good, man. I want to come out here first off, and I want to say thank you. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am today, wearing this $3,000 suit, this $47,000 white gold Rolex. I wouldn't have stole Big E's briefcase. I wouldn't have gone to Vegas. I'd still be eating spaghetti out of a can instead of that juicy, tender, A5 Japanese Wagyu beef.
Japanese Wagyu beef is
First of
It's
all, let me get this.
cow
You're not
tongue.
gonna Put any of this on me.
Look, I know why you're mad. You want that $100 back, right? Look, I don't have it. I left my wallet in the Rolls Royce out back. But I know somebody who might have it. My special guest. Your what?
special guest.
Special guest.
What special guest?
You know him. You know
Chris
him really
Benoit.
well. He is a social media megastar. He went the distance with Floyd Money Mayweather. Logan Paul.
You know how sad it is that you get a guy that draws pay-per-view fights, and he doesn't draw in WWE? That's gotta be funny. Just waltzes into the ring. He doesn't do anything crazy. He's just Logan Paul. You get this clout-chasing weirdo that nobody outside of social media, and other than social media users, know.
Thanks for having me on your show, man.
Like, why not like Conor McGregor or something?
I really didn't invite you, did I? I wouldn't subject these 4 people to that. But you know what, Logan? While I have you here, I guess I might as well ask you a question because this little dynamic's kind of interesting. By the way, you guys look super cool doing that thing. Very cool, but it's weird because, correct me if I'm wrong, after you lost the Big E at SummerSlam, didn't he call you and...
I know.
He did not call me the N-word.
Call me that, but you know what? I took it as a compliment. We got to talking. Logan and I, we got a lot in common.
Yeah, we're actually all good now. So, this past weekend, after my brother beat Tyron Woodley, which happened, me and Corbin ended up hanging out.
Do you think you're gonna get heat say that my brother beat Tyron Woodley?
You guys hung out and watched your brothers fight. Man, that sounds like the worst time ever.
How come Logan Paul doesn't, gloat that he went the distance with Floyd Money
It makes
Mayweather?
sense that you guys would become buddies. It really does. Because you have a lot in common, because here we have one of the most self-centered, egotistical, delusional, useless pieces of trash to ever step foot in a
AEW would say shit. They would have said shit.
Logan Paul and Baron Corbin is here too. Kevin, are you sure you want to talk like that to someone who's about to give you $100? Because by the way you look, you could use this a lot more than I could.
They're saying that because he doesn't dress well, not because he's fat.
Yeah, you know what?
We need to bring back the fat shaming in pro wrestling.
In fact, the
We
only
do.
thing I need from you
That sounds so bad.
is to turn around, get out of my ring, walk to the back and keep walking and never show your face in WWE again.
Ah,
No way to treat a guest.
Logan, you can punch him.
Fucking pieced up like Mayweather.
Look, I know Logan Paul's a cunt, but
Just flipped.
he's a serviceable boxer.
That works the same way. Oh, the cheap shot by Corbin. Happy Corbin. And KO gonna pay.
My man, a choke slam.
By Corbin. And look at Paul, so excited.
Not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Did he really say you're not that guy, pal?
Transfer some money to my 401k so I can party with these guys tonight for you. Pathetic.
I'll be shocked if SmackDown got over 1 million views. If I hear a sheesh on SmackDown or Raw, I'm boycotting. He's like, you're not that guy, Roman Reigns. Shit. And then like 1 million people stop watching.
Successful experiment. Did Dominic right the ship? We'll find out next.
There's an America we build and one we explore. One that's been paved and one that's forever wild. But freedom means you don't have to choose just
How everybody feel about the show?
you get both. Introducing the all-new 3-row Jeep Grand Cherokee L.
Yo.
There's only one.
When your family gathers around a shakaroni from Papa John's, you're sharing more than extra cheese and pepperoni. You're sharing scholarships, meals, and laughter. Because $1.
To win $1 million of
I had my ass muted.
Super 6 of the big Download the free-to-play Fox Red Super 6 app. Big 6 NFL outcomes for a chance to win Terry's money.
Attention WWE viewers. For your viewing
Carmella has a horse face.
Seriously?
Sami Zayn's in action.
Everything's about what happened in the past. Let's talk about the now. Let's talk about the master strategist. Ladies and gentlemen, Friday Night Smackdown on Fox. It's sponsored
I mean, at least I know where Tony Storm is.
Insurance. Save when you put the auto call for motorcycle insurance.
Against Dominic Mysterio. It's Sami Zayn versus Dominic Mysterio Jones.
So you see Rey Mysterio not going to join Dominic out here tonight. You see Rey has put together these series of matches to help Dominic gain some experience in one-on-one situations. Last week against Sami Zayn, Dominic came up short. Rey Mysterio came out to cheer his son on.
I'm digging the Wu-Tang shirt.
Clearly frustrated after that matchup. Understandably so. Dominic's got a long way to go. He's still relatively a rookie here in WWE. He's got a tall task ahead of him tonight in the form of Sami Zayn, the master strategist. He picked up the win last week, so an opportunity tonight for Dominic to gain a little bit more experience against Sami Zayn.
Didn't Sami wrestle Dominic before?
Reality check last week. Sami Zayn calls himself a generational talent, one of the all-time greats who doesn't get any respect. Well, looks like Dominic may have learned something from his mistakes. Both offensive attempts Sami's had thus far. Dominic's countered, and again. And Sami in trouble as Dominic continues to work on the left arm. Oh, and then Dominic.
Are you saying there's going to be the Hurricane having a sex tape with Tony Storm?
And what we're seeing now are preparations that Dominic can only have and learn through experience. Until you're in the ring with an athlete the caliber of Sami Zayn, someone as crafty and cagey as Sami, you can't fully look at Dominic. Running the ropes. Sami Zayn said, and there's a clothesline. Dominic was going to make me eat my words, but Sami Zayn instead
Quick
of
question.
a thunderous clothesline. This is just a little disrespect from Sami. Well, you mentioned Dominic and gaining experience. And of course, he's been under the tutelage of his soon-to-be Hall of Fame father, Rey Mysterio. And there's got to be so much pressure on Dominic as well as you try to live up to those expectations. No doubt about it. It's got to be an intimidating circumstance each time Dominic steps in the ring. But right now, could be dialing it up with a 619 and Sami Zayn rolling out of harm's way. But you see, Sami been confused here over the fact that Dominic actually, as you mentioned earlier, has learned some stuff from Sami from last week. Oh, but here's Rey.
Here comes Ray being a good father. He's like, yeah, I got it. And then a haluva kick.
He got it all right. Dominic got it all. Covered by Sami. Hook of the leg and Zayn with the win. Here is your winner, Sami Zayn. I'll tell you, Corey, Dominic with flashes of brilliance in that matchup. I agree.
No, bro. Tony Storm is having an ideas to. Oh. Oh.
Whatever Dominic learned last week, Sami learned a little bit more.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry for the ignorance.
Dominic Mysterio here tonight. Back to the learning tree again. Well, it is main event time. Coming up on Smackdown.
Smackdown women's contract signing. We have the
At least we got something to fill his real wardrobe.
Yes, how do you Brock Lesnar?
Here comes Naomi again.
What's up, Naomi? I'm on the phone. I know, sorry, but you told me last week that you was going to let me know about my match this week, so. It must have slipped my mind. Ask me again next week, okay? Anyway, Karen, get a pen, get a piece of paper.
He's a former women's champion. Speaking of
Naomi gotta stop dressing like a black girl. A little black girl.
coming up next, Roman Reigns defends the Universal Championship against Finn Balor live on Friday Night Smackdown.
Smash her past Sasha Banks or Rhea Ripley. Smash Ripley. Ripley has a good figure if you look at her face. with the makeup on.
Not right now, but soon.
Who will be the supreme leader who rules over all others?
What we do in the shadows on FX. Now streaming FX.
To be honest, I'll just Rhea Ripley. She doesn't seem like a bad chick. Sasha, she's built like some child hooker.
Chef Smooch, Arby's, we have the meat. How does apartments.com help?
Finn Balor is going to win. Nah.
The other site, it's really
I mean, if they push it over while they're trying to sneak Brock into this,
Apartments.com, the most popular place to find a place. This is so crispy, juicy, and tender. You might even call it deluxe. Okay, now you can definitely call it deluxe. McDonald's Deluxe Crispy Chicken Sandwich.
how are you guys feeling about the show so far?
Take on the
Sasha Banks became an afterthought, so nothing really bad happened, and Brock Lesnar is teased to watching the show. That's technically it. College football coming back, baby. Why Russell Crowe always got to be in my life? Smart be like, Finn Balor's better than Brock. Finn has more work rate. How do you determine what work rate is? Excuse me. How do you determine what work rate is? Honestly, how do you determine that?
Ask how to get Comcast Business Security Dish to protect all your connected devices. And get started with a free offer on fast and reliable internet usage to $64.99 a month. Plus, ask how to get a card to $500. Call or go online today to learn. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
You don't need to be a history buff to know the pirates got one thing right. Treasure belongs in a chest.
So, just determining off most of these shitty commercials. They're all bad. They're all bad commercials. Anybody has their opinion on Naomi? No, work rate means you can do a whole lot of moves that do a whole lot of nothing. It has to be over 25 minutes, and nobody has a big reaction unless you do enough of the big moves to force a reaction. So Brock will be next Friday in Madison Square Garden. Oh, don't worry, we'll have CM Punk have his dream match with Colt Cabana after All Out this Sunday. Yeah, sadly, guys, I won't be live. I think I'll have the review late because I have to work during All Out, so dodge the major bullet. And don't forget, we need a contract signing because when there's no drama, no storylines or anything, contract signings that just have more promo time that goes nowhere. And can we stop with these little promos over near the entranceway? Like, look how that devalues Finn Balor. That just shows that he's not automatically going to win. How's the show going? Dull. All stuff is building up more to Madison Square Garden than the pay-per-view. Brock is going to be there. Jake Paul did nothing. Rick Boogs wasn't even a saving grace of SmackDown this week. It's hard to say. I like Boogs, but no. The show's still dull to me, bro. This is the A show for what? Everybody looks like a mid-carder. Even Roman Reigns still looks like a mid-carder. Naomi's a jobber. Well, there's other way for fans to say that she's a jobber. Some people call her a loser, a nobody, overrated, a nit. You know, we're going to cut that off. But, oh my God, Uso with the super kick. Oos. Hey, I understand Uso means bro. Oos means bro in, I guess, in their language. Why do they say oos like they're saying the N-word? That sounds a bit random, but just my opinion. It feels kind of odd. Yeah, what's going on, oos? Uso's obviously trying to get Finn Balor nice and ready for Roman Reigns. Here comes the Street Profits, or real black people. Finn Balor's still hurt and wounded in the ring. See him not even getting a handle on his arm with that shitty little tattoo on his hand. Here comes the tribal chief with his... Oh my God, why does a CGI model have a bad shape up? That is a bad shape up. What the hell is with that? Why do you need a CGI model when you have a lot of TVs? Pro wrestling is fake. Crowds dancing around. I think we already got the gist of it, pal. Yeah, we already got the gist. The tribal chief comes with his grandiose entrance while his opponent has enough time to recuperate. And our match is going to be up soon. Well, that's a legitimate of casual fans. Nia Fats. That is a literally... Wait, is this supposed to be garnering heat for a feud? I don't really care what happens with Nia Fats. I really don't. Is it a Gauntlet tag team match? Just match. Nothing else in the show making people cover interest. Guys, come on. No one cares.
It's better than that presentation. You know, whether it's a fraction or a decimal, it's still fun. You know.
Oh, Free Guy. Fun film. I'll say that Free Guy was a fun film. I don't feel like it went as safe. I think it went too safe. Even for Ryan, I forgot, Ryan Reynolds, the guy who played Deadpool. I feel like he played it safe, his character. It was fun. Kids enjoyed it, especially the gamers that were like too chill. So gay cameos. Jacksepticeye, Ninja. And this film was just for children. Sure, it had adult references. It had too much gaming references that I can get used to. Yeah, because gaming is the way of the future. Nerd culture is wrestling culture now. Like this, like the film was like a solid 7. Solid 7. I found it was fun. If you have a vagina, get a Honda Civic.
It's Velveeta shells and cheese versus the other guys. Clearly, Velveeta melts creamier.
Naomi's like Velveeta cheese. It's there, but you don't need to eat it. You know somebody else will. You don't need to acknowledge it. That's Naomi. She's Velveeta cheese. And Velveeta cheese is nut. Is NXT supposed to be a young, upstart, developmental? Oh my god, they're even trying to modernize it. You can even hear the hip hop music. And of course, the Tribal Chief already doing his grandiose entrance while Finn Balor's barely even in condition to even compete tonight. What's going on? You can see most of the health physicians here already. Finn Balor's still willing to fight. This is a fight. This is not a match. This is a fight. No. Universal Championship. Will you guys ever have Velcro in your belts? His counsel. Yoki spammer? Cool. I have no time for spammers or bots. It's a waste of time. So I think that's going to be the rarest times ever going to see me block anybody. The referee looks like he's done mukbangs before. You're going down, down, down. Oh, wait, they're in AEW territory. They're in Jacksonville. You know what else is AEW territory? Chicago now, because I'm there. Yeah. I'm the draw. I'm star. You know who else is a star? AJ Lee. And AJ will pull a whole Total Divas promo pipe bomb at them because she knows that she's a draw too.
Singh plays in there with a management had one of the most dominant runs in the history of WWE. He's been Universal Champion for over 80 years. He is knocked out.
Don't know if we have any college football fans in the chat. Yeah, college football's coming back. Pro football's coming back. Basketball's coming back. Hopefully we actually get a normal year next year. If I hear something like Snoop Dogg dies, I'm gonna hurt something. That will hurt. Take out the power base of Roman. Why would you say that? Most of his versatility comes off using his arms. Why don't you just say if you take out a taller opponent off the legs, you have a bigger advantage landing more blows? And there's the sling blade. And as soon as we see the sling blade, you know where we're going to get kicks? Oh, already spoiled it. There's one uppercut. That was like the worst Kane uppercut ever. Uranagi. Yeah, sure, Uranagi is a strike, Michael. Michael, Uranagi is a strike. Sure. Uh-huh. I'm sure Michael Cole has some semblance of retardation. I don't want to be a black girl. Every cake pop star. I will never get the hype of K-pop. That sounds harsh, but no. BTS is gay. K-pop is gay.
Big news for heartburn sufferers. Introducing Zantac 360 Degrees with a new formula that has the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn. It works in as little as 15 minutes and lasts. New Zantac 360.
Make this the summer of sand on the floorboard and mud on the tires. With one way to introduce you to it.
If you own a Jeep, I kind of know what personality you have. Is it true? I'm not going to determine it. Probably be the same people that believe in horoscopes. Is it true you can determine a person's personality by the car they drive? I don't know.
You'd never want leftover food residue on your surfaces, but that's what you could be doing with a used dishcloth. So switch to Bounty for a more hygienic clean. Unlike used dishcloths that can redistribute residue, Bounty keeps your surfaces clean. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
I went out so much new Infinita last year, like the new turkey foot long with bacon. They start with the new Hardy Bucket Green.
I don't like mozzarella on a sandwich. Is that just me?
Subway has so much new it didn't fit in their last ad, so they bought this section of bisectional ad to tell you their new artisan Italian bread makes a delicious turkey footlong with bacon. How does anyone finish these things? They're huge. It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway. People who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Well, the match is going on. Finn Balor's still trying to do his little small comeback. Roman Reigns just overpowering him. You know how this is going to go. It's probably going to be the same way like they made when Dominic and Ray were hurt and they had one-on-one matches. Never forget. Chris Benoit killed his family, and this is why we went PG. So Madison Square Garden will be live for Smackdown, so that will be cool, I guess. When's the last time Smackdown was ever live for Madison Square Garden? Yeah, an epic SummerSlam rematch. They obviously know Rollins is Edge is not going to be at the B pay-per-view, so he's gonna like just be in a rematch 2 weeks after they just had their match. I'm impressed. This is forceful booking. Of course, getting ready for that Superman punch is going to be reversed into a chop. You know those Japanese strong style chops that, of course, got the uber respect from Finn Balor.
Champion Finn's down, Roman's down. Critical point in this matchup. Was that last kick from Balor his final chance to get back?
Saw that massive uppercut into a Pele kick. That's another kick.
Reigns is down, Balor stirring. Finn Balor trying to fight through the obvious pain. Finn Balor back.
Is he gonna do the gun gesture? No. At least I'm not seeing forearms. Like, it kills me when I see a forearm in a match.
Solid shot to the gut from the head of the table stops the challenger's movement. And again to the gut because the Usos attacked the midsection of Finn Balor, but Steel steps Balor though.
And there's a double stomp. That's another kick. Another kick.
I don't know where Finn's finding the will to continue, but it is flowing through the challenger's veins. He understands his fate.
And there's another chop.
It's been 5 years to get back in the title hunt for the Universal Championship. The first ever Universal Championship.
Balor's going for the missile. Never mind. Roman misses, and it's a kick again.
Versus Balor set to the outside. And Roman Reigns buys himself some time to regroup.
I'm the Tribal Chief.
He gets these little rallies going before he just can't sustain them.
Tribal Chief.
The champion told this story. Almost look of disbelief.
And Finn Balor using the apron now. Look at him. Giving a kick to Roman Reigns. He just punched him. What a cough to Roman Reigns. He's stomping on it. Michael Cole. And Balor, and here he goes. And there goes that plancha. Finn's got a chance. He caught him. He caught him. And here comes the Superman punch. No. Bang. Sorry, right there, Superman punch. Could have ended it. It could have ended it. Obviously, Paul Heyman trying to center the Tribal Chief's control back emotionally into this match and make sure that he keeps the task at hand of retaining the Universal title. And of course, the Tribal Chief. All the momentum in the world, a weakened Finn Balor. Getting hyped up. But could he also be paranoid at wherever Brock Lesnar is hiding? And there's a spear. Kicks him. Going for a full package instead. 2. Balor so close off a split second. Hello, Alex Suka. Nice wordplay. And here comes Finn Balor with all the estrogen, all the six-pack, all the Bullet Club references. And here he comes. There's the kick again. That's the 20th kick of this match. There's a coup de grace. But we know it's going to be the false finish anyway because it's the first finisher in a main event world title match. So it's a false finish. There it is. Oh, he hit him below the belt after the kick out. Oh, my God. We've seen this before. the Tribal Chief with an underhanded tactic to take a second win and get an straight advantage after the pinfall. Yeah, you could tell the booking's coming a mile away, bro. And you possibly was going to know what's at the end of the show. I'm not going to call it off because the show is not getting me as pissed off as Raw is. But if you could tell, you could tell. That's all I'm going to say. Mr. Khan, we can't have you flashing the channel, sir. Trying to go for the guillotine chokehold. Finn Balor's liking it, but he's asking for the rope and some more, dirty talk. You know what I'm saying, folks? Oh, God. Oh, Finn Balor. He's going slump. Oh, he's dead. He's dead, folks. Roman, keep choking him. It's over, and the Tribal Chief regains the Universal title in another great showing. There's only 2 minutes remaining, so everybody knows what's going to happen at the end. That was obviously accidental by the Tribal Chief. What do you mean accidental? Whenever you kick out, you're always in a different mindset. You're barely conscious. You're trying to kick out before it hits 3. And Roman just suddenly hit below the belt. It was just a innocent mistake by the world champion. An innocent mistake. Roman obviously knew where he was targeting. The Tribal Chief. Ending up over the victor. Finn Balor with all the disadvantage in the world. And here comes... What the hell? The fuck? That's where you ended on? What the fuck is with the... Oh, it was like the red light. No Brock Lesnar. We just ended it like that. What the fuck? Nice. Oh, God, that show was bad. Bro, that show was bad. Well, that's Smackdown, people. I wish I was a bit more honest. The match itself was predictable, average, forgettable. Finn looked like shit. He just looked so like such a minor threat. And just knowing this is how it is, Roman's the best in the world. Yeah, he's not better than me. I got him over. I created the Shield, damn it. Everybody complained why I left back in 2014 because they knew they weren't going to handle me back at WrestleMania 30. I was obviously a star. I was white hot. Fuck Daniel Bryan. Oh, wait. Yeah, somebody said over to the chat, I think that was Ivan, saying that Rampage isn't going to be on. Don't know about that. Got to check over for later. I don't know if I have enough time to watch it. And, yeah, that's technically coming out of the watch along. I want to thank everybody that took their time out their day to come over, even the consistent viewers. Thanks to you as well. Zakaria Khan and Alexa Asuka, thanks for coming in. That's it for me. I'm probably just going to get ready for work. And, yeah, thanks for stopping by.